One of the hidden gems in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Troy Trojans and the Utah State Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Catching up with the Utah State head coach before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have the opening possession of the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Running inside, it's Jacobs. Stopped right there.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. Out wide right, it's Robinson. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Troy's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to see this running back put up video game type numbers early this year, but guys, he has not played a run defense like this yet. This is his first real test of the season. He's going to have to be tough. He's going to have to break tackles, have great contact balance, and you gotta hold on to the ball. We know this defense prides itself on creating fumbles and causing havoc, so we'll find out just how good this guy really is after this game.
Pulls it. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Keeping his eyes downfield. On the move, he fires. Left side is Tate. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he gets rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Utah State.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Rush is on. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Lets it fly. Gets rid of it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Aggies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. To the air. It's Crowder. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Out wide left, it's Pemberton. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. They're all over him. Still on his feet at the 45. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a crease, it's Jacobs. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Unleashes it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Snapped it in the shotgun. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Rush right in his face. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Look out! They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th-down decision pays off big time. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Trying to escape and get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
He lets one fly deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. Long way to go on second down. Sends it back in motion. Sets his feet. It's Hillstead. He's not afraid to go deep. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Trojans sideline, one storyline I've got my eyes on to start this ball game. How is the quarterback moving and throwing? As you remember, really banged up in that game that they lost last week. This is something we got to keep our eyes on. He said he was sore. He didn't miss any practice this week, but he is fighting through some things. I'll let you know what I see from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's the Hoosiers looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game in Logan. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And here's the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Troy's head coach told me at the half, his quarterback has to improve. Those first half turnovers are the story of the game. Because they have run the ball somewhat successfully, I do expect them to go more to the ground game here in the second half and let their quarterback get his composure and stop turning over the ball. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. To throw, it's Crowder. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Right down the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps on fourth down. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to throw on first. Here comes the heat. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, pressure's coming. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Trojans trying to cash it in on first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Handoff to the lone back. Swamped immediately.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Hillstead. Shakes off the defender.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly roll.
Guys, down here on the Troy sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Ollie, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Drops back on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He'll pull it down. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Offense now working in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on him. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Troy! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Hits inside, it's Jacobs. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throws it off the RPO. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a crease, it's Jacobs. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now on first down from the 30. They'll ride the hot hand. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach...
Touchdown, Utah State. He got it, feet down in bounds. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Can't hang on, it's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Utah State 42, Troy 14.
He'll bring it out. It's White. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Just got rid of that one.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go with a direct snap. Finding some room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls.
Go, go. Ready, go.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he makes the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Burgess.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Burgess. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
2nd down to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Left side is Tate. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. And the Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out wide right, it's Tate. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Five wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. Snap in the shotgun. And And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball, just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.